Welcome back to WSAV News 3 today at 11. Georgia has some of the highest HIV rates in the country, and many people living with the disease may not be aware of their status. Getting tested is the only way to know where you stand. And this month, the Coastal Health District HIV Prevention Program, in partnership with Walgreens, will hold free testing clinics. Dr. Diane DeVore, who is like wringing her hands right now, and Jalen Smith, I can see you from the corner of my eye. Join us now with more. Thank you so much for being here today. It's going to be okay. We're talking about everything that you know about, that you specialize in. We were talking during the break because a lot of people think because they haven't heard about HIV/AIDS in a while that there's not a problem, and that is not the case. It's still very much an issue.
So for us, well, National HIV Testing Day is one of the largest activations in the nation. So for us, testing is a normal part of routine screenings that we want our residents to know. Like, it's okay to still go out and get tested for HIV. That fear and misinformation is plaguing a lot of us that HIV isn't still a thing, but it really is. It's a daily thing. So we are looking forward to being able to test on National HIV Testing Day, to be able to meet people where they are and connect people to those life-saving services.
So when we look at the numbers, we're talking about the latest statistics from 2022 reveal that an estimated 1.2 million people in the United States have HIV, but Georgia ranked 5th highest in the nation for people living with HIV in our country.
That is correct. And more specifically, Chatham County, or our area, we are 6th in the state.
Yes.
Specifically our county. And I feel like we start small here, we could be, get bigger on a bigger scale of numbers. Chatham and Glenn County in our area bear the largest percent of people living with HIV.
And why is that?
To me, it is, again, a part of that misinformation and that fear of not going to get tested, not having HIV in our mind. I can go to a doctor or urgent care and get regular testing and think that I'm okay. A lot of times HIV testing isn't included in regular screenings. That is one of the reasons I truly feel.
And also stigma.
Yes.
Stigma.
And being that Savannah is a fairly large city, but it's still considered rural.
Yeah.
So this Coastal Health District is a rural area, and everybody knows everybody. So that's stigma plays a big part in individuals going to get tested. So that's why we're out in the community. We are meeting people where they are and offer this free service with Walgreens on National HIV Testing Day.
Over the decades, we have seen that treatment has evolved,
Yes,
and
right.
that's a good thing. Let's talk about some of the options that people have.
So before treatment, they are going from pills to injections, which a lot of people are loving how that type of leniency. I will per se. Nobody wants to take a pill every day, even if it's a vitamin. So sometimes a lot of people, a lot of our studies, like our pilot studies and stuff, include injections and stuff. So that is one of the advances that I like to talk about. But can I talk about prevention?
You can talk about prevention.
Because I feel like that's the first step of defense.
Yes.
Going to get tested, knowing about prevention services offered in our district. For us, Ms. Diane has this pilot where she does condoms by mail. She does home test kits. We have PrEP services, which is at all of our local health departments. PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis, and it helps individuals that are negative have a 99% efficacy rate of not actually getting HIV. There is a pill also called PEP, which is post-exposure prophylaxis. It's a pill that is supposed to be taken in 72 hours of that accidental exposure. Those two lines of defense, to me, have changed the game. A lot of people don't know about it, but it is life-changing.
Now, Dr. DeVore, you mentioned that this is a pilot program. What impact have you seen so far?
People, with a lot of advertising, we do a lot of advertisement on social media. We offer those services every day. All of our health departments, we stay open to 7 o'clock one day a week, which is on Thursday. So giving people, individuals who work, have an opportunity, they can come by the clinic and get those prevention services after 5 when they get off work.
Now, you're working with Walgreens on a bigger scale because you're having a testing day at several locations throughout our area.
Right. We're going to be testing at 3 locations here in Savannah, the Durin location, Victory Drive, Garden City, and Abercorn. And we also will be testing in Glenn County, which is Brunswick, at a Walgreens on Altama Avenue in Brunswick. And this activation with Walgreens is big. Walgreens has been doing this since 2011 with this activation for National HIV Testing Day to get people to come out. And we're going to have giveaways.
Yes. That's incentive, right?
Yes. So come and know your status. It's good to know your status.
And see, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because how important is that? I mean, that is the first step.
Absolutely.
Right, very important.
So for us, it's of course about the statistics. We understand that in Georgia, HIV is disproportionately affecting adolescents and young adults ages 13 to 34. Do you know 13 to 34-year-olds?
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? This so close to comfort. If you look at, when we look at numbers, we understand the commitment that needs to happen throughout our district for our individuals, and that's why we look forward to making sure that we show up on a Saturday, June 27th at all of these 5 different locations, and we hope to meet everybody or whoever wants to come.
Okay, so we have a little more time. So I want to talk about, in 2023, the 8-county coastal health district had almost 3,000 people living with HIV, including 69.4% males and 30.5% females. Most of them were African American. Let's put all of this into play.
Right.
What are some of the factors? Why are these numbers so high in this specific demographic?
That has been a historical issue. I feel like when we first started in the 80s with HIV and AIDS, when it first started plaguing communities, our community was left out of the outreach part. I think when people began to integrate drugs and you have pregnant women with HIV, this when things started getting a little too shaky for us. It's very, very deep as far as the African American population being left out of certain things.
And also it plays a part on health disparities and poverty, transportation, living arrangements.
That's why this year's message is level up your self-love, check your status. That empowers people to make informed decisions about their sexual reproductive health. It's a thing.
All right. Level up your self-love, check your status. Here's the information on your screen. The Coastal Health District, in partnership with Walgreens, will hold free HIV testing events next Saturday, June 27th for National HIV Testing Day. Here are all the locations: 700 East Durant Avenue in Savannah from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m., 2109 East Victory Drive in Savannah from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., Abercorn Street in Savannah, and that's 11509 from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., 4210 Augusta Road in Garden City from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., and 4575 Altama Avenue in Brunswick, that's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. Don't worry about remembering this stuff, because you can find all of this information and see this interview again anytime by visiting our website, wsav.com/community corner. Ladies, thank you so much for providing us with such valuable information, and we appreciate what you do.
Thank you for having us.